Good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sign out there too, Governor.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Nice.
Yeah, we can't give up on those folks.
Well, you know, we didn't. It was weird that when I don't remember which turnover happened with Trump and so forth. All of a sudden, people took down their flags. I got them and started giving them away for free. So if you want one from the window there, yeah, well,
That's amazing. How are you?
pretty good. So I'm Daniel Miller.
Hi, Daniel.
Ocooch Books and Libations is downtown Richland Center.
Yes.
The layout is pretty much been taken over by records over here. Craig over here is he's at work for the tech schools and other things during the time we lost the campus, but we're still in major mourning, and a lot of what's going on with the slowdown of this store really comes from the campus closing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We lost so many of the people who, well, some of them still stopped coming through town.
Right.
But it was a big crush. My uncle Jess, the picture up there at the top, he was the state senator who brought us the 2-year campuses.
Oh, really?
So when the attack happened, I took it personally.
Yeah.
But historically, this was the first 2-year, and he was behind, doing the teachers' colleges into 2 years.
Yeah.
So I would say that's the biggest change in our economics.
Yeah, I would
that being a college town, being able to brag about it, even if it's tiny. But
yeah, it made a difference.
So I just lay out everything as we call it modern classics or whatever. But I just try to not be like Spring Green or Viroqua or whatever. It's not hard.
Right.
We all cover different areas.
Yeah, you sure do.
I was told you like whodunits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, I do.
Show you the this is all.
I hate to say this. You probably think, what kind of idiot is this? You ever hear of book club?
Yeah.
It's online. I go with, and I'm reading one now from book club that is so bad. I have to get through it. I have to.
You have to finish?
Yeah.
I hate that.
I know I do too. It's just so poorly written.
This is our local best author right now. We used to have David Rhodes and Ben Logan and so forth. But she is a ex-nurse and started doing this. This is a famous, what do you call it, cold case.
Okay.
From Southwest Wisconsin.
Really?
And this is done very well. And then she did this one from Richland Center. And they're a little macabre, but they also are whodunit. So she took this historical one and made a novel out of it.
Nice.
So that might be up your alley, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. What she's live here?
She's Richland Center, yeah.
Okay.
She's
Wow.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
And she signs it. But anyway, that's I'm just giving that to you. I know you're not supposed to take them.
I cannot.
But
I cannot.
but we can fake it,
Can I
I'll tell you what. You put the money in the women's passages women's shelter here.
I'd love.
And it's tithing in 2 ways.
Can I? I don't also have a credit card. Sorry.
It's okay.
Can I pay
anyway.
for it and then you could?
Yes, that's exactly what I thought.
Okay.
Let's ceremonially get that out of the way.
But
You got a $20 bill?
I don't have.
You don't?
I haven't had cash in it.
Anyway, so we moved over here a few years ago. Craig was staging the store for me. We were around the corner, half a block up for 18 years there.
Oh.
And now we're pushing 25 years.
So. The bar too?
What's that?
It's a bar.
No, this was the Fiesta Fe restaurant. It was quite good, Tex-Mex.
Oh.
And it was pretty hot for about 17 years. Then it was a mother-son operation, and she passed away unexpectedly. And so here we are with the layout the way it is. But you can see all of that came out of a mall down in Evanston or something like that. But I think it looks more Italian than Mexican. But
It's different.
Yeah, I just wanted to introduce you to Craig.
Yeah.
Craig, come around here.
Hi there,
Neighbor, nice to meet you.
Craig Woodhouse. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, where are you
today.
from?
I live
Here?
right here. Yeah,
Always here?
grew up on the border of Vernon and Crawford County.
Okay.
And went to Viroqua High School, but yeah, I've lived here for about 20 years or so. And yeah. So do this kind of on the weekends, and then during the week, I'm the director for Neighborhood Housing Services.
Oh, really?
So we're a local housing nonprofit that's
Yeah.
trying to get people in homes.
Yeah.
And yeah.
How's your success?
Well,
Tell me, give me a good success story.
yeah, well, we're building a new house right now.
Are you?
And I don't think we're going to have a family in there by the holidays, and that was our goal.
Yeah.
But as construction goes, we're a little bit behind with that.
Yeah.
But we cover 5 counties. We'll do over $1 million worth of investment in Richland County in 2025. And it's a lot of rehabs. So it's a lot of emergency repairs, roofs, siding, windows, accessibility. Accessibility is a big deal, so ramps and bathroom accessories and things like that to keep people in their homes longer.
Thank you.
But we need about 150 more units in Richland County.
Isn't that something?
It is.
It
is.
Obviously, every place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. And it's one of these things that everybody talks to me because of my education background.
Right.
Blah, 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 blah. And I said, one of the things really has nothing to do with reading or mathematics. It has to do with having a place to live.
That's right.
A lot of kids are homeless, houseless.
Yeah. We've seen a situation here that we've never seen before, where there's families in the community that have been here and live here that are finding themselves right now without shelter.
Yeah.
So we're working hard on that.
Yeah.
So
what organization are you part of?
So we're an independent, non-housing nonprofit housing agency.
Right.
In the past, we've been associated with NeighborWorks America.
Yeah.
We're not right now, but we partner a lot with Southwest Cap.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And
That's great. That's a good organization.
it's a great organization.
One of the best ever.
It
Really.
is. It is. And
I'm trying to remember the woman's name who runs it.
so right now the director there is Brett White,
Okay.
and he's been there just 2 years.
Okay.
And then Courtney Messer is his assistant. Maybe you've worked with
I
her.
think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, good work.
But thank you for the HHR program. We use that quite a bit, as well as the Hickory, and then we're a Chodo as well.
Yeah.
And we work with all of those programs, so that we can try to make houses affordable.
Yeah.
So
Keep it up.
thank you. Yeah. So, thanks for your interest and your support for those programs, and I hope they can continue.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they do.
It's going to get worse instead of better if we don't do something.
It is.
I'm a long-time general contractor, 50 years working between here and Madison, and many other things too. But just always knowing what the housing market is like. Airbnbs did a pretty big disservice to us in Viroqua and so forth, because just when you needed them, people are putting them into the Airbnbs. And,
I hear that everywhere.
yeah, and we know it's everywhere because we hear the tourists who come through, that it's more than ever. And just when we would have liked to have had those same places for, I had mine in Airbnb. I took care of my parents up in the old neighborhood, moved back up there. And it's a duplex up and down. Half of the places on the street there were built that way. But I usually did corporate, 2 weeks, etc. But then, people came to me and said, "There's these people who have nowhere to go," and I ended up with a mother and daughter right at the beginning of the pandemic from Honduras. So we have everything that's going on in the rest of the country is going on at some measure here.
Of course.
Yeah.
Can I show you something?
Sure.
I just wanted to just show you many of the people that work in the downtown are really doing it as a matter of, that's all, there's some stuff there. But we're, a local boy grew up in Richland Center, moved back here. So this is just one of my Frank Lloyd Wright ones in, right behind Hilldale there, when you go up to Topping on Highbury, this is there. Erdman actually did the first edition. Frank died before this one was done, but over the years. So I mean, the birthplace thing, you know, played the card.
No kidding.
Got my foot in Shorewood and University Heights too, but also a lot of places out in the country. But this is a group home, and they had the family farm. The family farm was made into a group home, and then I built this one from the ground up. And it was dollar square footage. The upstairs was a walk-in truss, so they were able to put au pairs rooms there.
Sure.
And but they have on a regular basis 5 clients that, you know.
That around here?
Yes, we have. This is just over the ridge.
Okay.
But again, you know, I've done a lot of wheelchair accessible housing, and lots of ones still on the drawing board over there. But yeah, I've done some designs thinking about more affordable housing too. Yeah, you can tell it's all franked up.
Yeah, sure.
I worked in the tree care business in Madison too, so we had to crane out a bunch of the trees. You've probably driven by this.
I think so.
3311 topping high grade goes up to it. So yeah, this bookstore is kind of my retirement cake.
Wow.
But first we opened it. My ex went back to teaching, and I used it to take care of my folks. I could be 5 blocks away.
Sure.
And so, but as far as retail, you know, retail is a kind of almost a dirty word anymore, you know, because you're trying to compete with people. Well, really, my partner is a speech pathologist, still working, etc., and I have Social Security and Medicare, so I can dabble in these things. But anybody trying to actually make a living in retail right now in downtown,
it's tough.
It's
tough. We have to keep it alive, though.
well, we've been doing that. I mean, everybody knows me as I'm Mr. Downtown. I even shovel their sidewalks for free, just to keep it safe and so forth. Yeah, this is one of my one-room schoolhouses that I restored, and put the windows back up to the full height and so forth. It's Little Willow, it's called. But you know, saving that old infrastructure and so forth, just for the memory of it.
Where is this one?
This was on Little Willow. It's actually on County End, just going out of town here. But we did one up on Crow Hill many years ago, and it's still a family place. But most of them chopped them down and so forth, the windows and so forth. And so first thing you do is try to make it look like a one-room schoolhouse.
Right.
But that's my real history of work. Retail is just, well, I guess 22 years in retail now too.
Got anything upstairs here?
This is the problem with this building. This is why it's so cheap, because it's I bought it cheap because there's no apartments, and everybody else on the downtown that's got apartments, basically the apartments pay for the slow times and so forth.
For sure. Wow.
Anyway, so
got a lot of stuff here.
well, it's this is the Ocooch Mountain News. We got these out of the 80 German warehouse. Frank's Follies over there. But these were in the basement. Back in the 70s, this was the back to the land or Mecca of the at least the Midwest.
Right.
And a lot of these people are still around here, but a lot of them also moved on. Some of them are older. She was a well-known person at Folklore Village. We would drive around and look at cemeteries, and she would find the dances for the ethnicities. That's the best way I can describe it. But it's that pre-cell phone, pre-computer layout, and so forth.
That's amazing.
But 50 years ago, they started that. The woman just passed away recently that was the editor, and her daughter is up in Calgary, Canada, and she got a grant to put this online.
Really?
Yeah, I was hoping to do it out of the campus here or something like that, but she walked in the door one day. I knew her mother, and there we go.
Wow.
So we're working. That's just projects fun projects.
Oh, good.
See, look out the sign back here. This is This is really tells the story of Richland Center. This is one of my projects. You know, the cradle of women's suffrage, women's right to vote. Temperance town, first high school marching band, birthplace of GT&E, REC, and Verizon, and Frank Lloyd Wright. So we don't need Frank, but you know, he just crowded it, himself in there. But yeah, so you know, the main thing is that those businesses or businesses that give those services are all down here.
Yeah.
But people are so used to parking lots and you know that kind of thing.
Yeah, a couple of places I've been to seem to be doing well, but you know they have to have a commitment. Here.
Oh yeah, this is. Well, I do it because I'm a Richland Center boy, but my family were the first white settlers to Richland County, so it's kind of a Groundhog Day thing or something. Stuck here to
That's amazing.
keep it going. Well, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. And so many different businesses, you know.
Who did?
This was all done by the previous Mexican restaurant. It was a Tex-Mex. It was very good.
Yeah.
They had mole that was great. And so yeah, so I all of this back here is just kind of coming out of the old store and no place to go. So I just set it up. You know, you hate to put those photographs back in the basement. My mother was the champion golfer of Tucson, you know, for the geriatric Olympics.
Wow.
But she was big here too. They were into the theater and keeping the auditorium going. You know, they just put new seats in over there. And
What's happening with the building?
it's the Cradle of Women's Suffrage and Temperance. That was built for 12 women's groups back in 1912 when the suffrage amendment did not pass, and they were rabid at that point. But when the railroad came in, you could get here from Boston directly.
Right.
And so rather than women going out to Montana and Wyoming to get the vote, this looks a little bit safer.
Yeah.
And so that's why we ended up with women's suffrage being so strong here. But what happened was GT&E came along and started a co-op of 3 utilities, county utilities, and all of a sudden women had the operator jobs. My grandmother and her sister did, and down in Muscadet. So right here we have had the high-tech stuff a long time. They buried fiber here before they knew how to connect up to it. They had the microwave up on top of
people.
Yeah, microwave up on top of the hill here, shooting over to West Lima, and you know they tried it out here because they had the open ground. And we're early in cable TV because you couldn't get a channel from Madison here without going on top of the ridge.
Right.
Oh, we put an antenna up, ran some wires to it. Eventually that got sold as TCI cable at one time. Startup of big cable.
So who are these folks?
That's me.
That's
That's
you,
a kid. Yeah, mom and my stepdaughter. But all this was just coming up out of the basement over there, and I couldn't put it away. So I
gotta keep it up.
Gotta keep it up. But yeah, these the store I used to have over there was Mary Spidel. She was she was in that building for 84 years.
What'd you do?
She was a jeweler, and her father was a watchmaker.
I mean, it's all familiar.
Yeah, so anyway, this is a nice building. I just wanted to get some skylights and some light in different directions. And it has helped to be backed up to Quick Trip.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
Local keeps 60% of local money stays in the city.
And he and I were both, ironically, 20 years difference. We were both migrants from here to Arkansas to plant trees back in the 70s and 80s.
No, I'm not in the 70s.
80s. Well, you know,
you're in the 90s. Yeah, for me.
But anyway, it's people have been here, gone migrant, working down south, and brought the money back here. I don't know. You brought.
No, he and I both have planted over 1 million trees in our lifetimes.
Yeah,
and I did it when I was into help pay for school, and then the other folks would do it to put a down payment.
What organization was that, federal government?
It was, for me, it was state,
Okay.
state jobs, the state, or it was Forest Service, but it
Yeah.
was Arkansas and Texas Forest Service. Yeah.
I planted all across the Deep South with people from here and California, and then went out to California, became bronze gods up in getting too much sun or whatever. Have you ever seen this map here? You might not have. That is the actual less drifted area, and they keep trying to steal it over here in Minnesota and Iowa. It's a handsome off, and that's like, but that is the actual 1 million years not under the ice.
There you go.
And there was ice, mile high on both sides. But it is kind of interesting. Was a gallery, I think, on State Street called Driftless.
Oh, of course.
I had to go in and straighten them out.
Yeah,
But
give them a map.
But so here we are on the Pine. There's the Baraboo, and there's the Baraboo Range, and there's this ridge. What do we call that ridge, Craig? From up above the Kickapoo on Highway 27.
Well, some have called it just the Crawford Range, because it's from Kardashian to Viroqua and beyond. So that's what I knew it as. But I grew up right near there, called it the Crawford Range. I don't know if that's the proper name or not.
So this is sometimes the ancient Lake Wisconsin would overflow and run down the Kickapoo, trying to turn it into the Wisconsin River. And the Baraboo over here are all islands in that ancient Lake Sea that was here, so that's different. And sometimes the Mississippi Glacier would back up the Wisconsin River and it would flow the opposite direction. So we end up with lake action in this area too.
Yeah.
But I had a good geology teacher in high school. And
I guess.
he was also the bus driver. and the assistant principal.
That was here?
Yeah, but we got lucky. For many years we had great teachers in the old high school and so forth. Science was one of those areas that really around here, at the campus too. But geology is interesting here.
Sure is.
I think we've got some great teachers right now too in Richland High School. I think we really do. My kids are both there, and I'm good. They've taken a turn. They're happy. Oh, they're doing great. And
Good.
the scores are coming up across the board for the district, and I think that they're doing well. Yeah.
We got all the voucher stuff, and broke right here, and the Christian schools, and nobody knows how any of that's going to work out, especially with special ed getting hurt.
Oh, right.
But I just tapped into a Wisconsin program I did not know existed. Was and maybe something that's better, but the extra insurance that goes with your Medicare. Yeah. Some of the big ones have just caved in recently, and then there's the state program, which I didn't know existed, and I just plugged into it. It's through Humana, I think.
Yeah.
But so Wisconsin, as he's talking about, the organizations is still for housing and so forth, and so I think a lot of programs like that people don't know about.
Of course.
And I'm almost afraid to talk about them, or somebody will go after them. And
Yeah, that's right. There's truth
keep
to
your
that.
head down and tap in, I guess.
Yeah, there's truth to that. Well, let me pay for this.
All right.
Yeah, well, we got a few more minutes, so we'll make our purchase, and if you guys want to do a photo all together in front of the store.
Groovy.
In Southwest Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And they actually were involved with the solar.
Right.
That was
Yeah. Over near Lone Rock.
Yeah.
Yep. They involved with that one, and then the one near Cobb and Dodgeville, and that area, somewhat too, although one private. Yeah. So
A lot of good things going on.
there's a lot of good things going on.
Hope springs eternal in retail.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
I gotta make up a new saying every month, you know. That one's getting old, but
It works.
yeah. And it's really true. I mean, this kind of stuff happens a lot more here than anyone would think. I mean, people international, they come through, it's a bookstore.
Right.
And it's not the same as Spring Green, and it's not the same as Viroqua. And it gets around, and you know, people come here from, my brother-in-law told me in Hawaii, you know, you gotta stop there. And so that's fun.
Yeah.
We enjoy it.
Good. That's good. You're enjoying it. Good, thanks. What are we doing?
All right, yeah, do you want to come on over here and we can do a photo all together, gentlemen?
I'm usually better dressed than I have to go to another job.
What are you doing after this?
I'm working in Madison. Oh, yeah, duh.
Photo all together. You want to scooch a little bit longer? Perfect. And then I'll send this to you. Perfect, got a couple.
Got it? First shot?
Yes.
I actually like the one.
We'll be back after.
Yeah, I guess so. Well,
We'll stop by.
Get fill you in on I had to tell Dale Schultz the whole history of his office, you know, that we just sort of keep the history here. Yeah, he's a very good friend of here, and that some of the other whodunits in there. Are you familiar with the monument? Jeff Conway, he was a cop in Madison during the 60s. When they come here, they don't talk about the books, they talk about Madison. And I said, you guys should write a book together. There's your future. Have a good one. Thanks.
All right, safe travels.
All right, thank you.